guys, it's me, Christy, again. I just came across something that I thought you guys might want to know how to do, and I'm sure if you've taken pictures of newborns before and tried to capture the smiles, sometimes you might take a perfect smile photo and it turns out to be blurry, and it's just incredibly disappointing when you see that. So this just happened to me. I had this really cute picture of baby Hannah, and if you zoom in on her eyes, you can see that you can't even see the eyelashes or anything like that. It's just super blurry. So my solution to this is, besides panicking, I quickly go through my gallery and I look for images that were taken sequentially with this one. So either right before or right after this one, with the same exact setup and lighting and all that. So I wouldn't try to do any sort of smile swap on a picture that wasn't taken like at the same time. So I went through and I found this one, and it's beautiful the way it is. I'm gonna go ahead and present this one to mom too, mom and dad. But I want to give her a smile picture like this too. I really hate that her not seeing this one. So I'm gonna show you how I take this smile and I swap it with the smile here. And it's not gonna be exactly perfect just because this smile is out of focus just a little bit, but once I do my edits on it, you really won't be able to notice a big difference between the two pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and take both of these photos and I'm going to open them up in Photoshop. Right now I'm in Adobe Bridge, and normally what I would do is take this picture into Adobe Camera Raw and do some basic exposure and color changes to it, but these are ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and open them with Photoshop here, and once they're both in Photoshop, and I have the Creative Cloud, which I love, to do all my different things with. So I'm sorry, this takes a second to boot up. I should have opened it before. And sorry, super slow. Hope you guys are doing great today. Dang, takes a long time. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's my Photoshop. So I have two files opened here. One's the zoomed out version with the nice sweet face, and this one's the smile. So we're going to start with the smile picture, and I'm going to take the lasso tool here, this one here, because it lets me to make any shape that I want around her. So it'll make the little marching ants around her head. So I'm going to do Control J or Command J if you have an Apple, and then I'm going to make this other picture my main picture I'm working on. And sorry. So I go back and I select the picture with the smile, and I have a floating baby head layer here that I cut out with the Command J that I was telling you about. And so I'm going to take the trouble with these layers. Take the baby head layer and drag it onto the picture that has the non-smile. So now I have a big giant floating baby head on the picture, and that looks great. I'm just kidding. So we want to make it smaller to fit so they match up. And when you're resizing this box with the little handles on the side, make sure you keep the shift button pressed down so that it doesn't distort your baby. So I have it basically lined up, but I'm going to go ahead and go to this layer in the opacity thing up here and change it to half so I can see through the layer to the one underneath it, so that I can match up the two heads nicely. So her head's tilted a little bit different, so I'm going to take the corner of this box and just drag it to where it lines up better. And this is, I'm going to look at where the headband is. So I have a headband here, and the headband's kind of that angle. And also this down here where her hand is. Just try to get it all like the same. You can zoom in a little bit to see what you're doing. So I got the chin. Sometimes you could just spend a little time getting it right, because it's better just to get it right. And once I have it lined up, especially look at the bottom of the nose, because You want the head sizes to be the same size. You want the angles to be the same. Just keep playing with it till you get those layers to match up better. I'm obviously being slow about this right now. So the flower, the headband matches, and the bottom of the chin needs to go over a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. So once I have it lined up, you really want to look at the nose too, because once you have the nose lined up, your mouth will be right, because you don't want the mouth to be like too close to the nose or something weird like that. So now that I have the layer lined up correctly, I go back and I change the opacity of this layer to 100%, and that puts the blurry smile picture on top. And then I want to make a mask on that layer. So I push this button down here, which creates a mask, and it's on white, which reveals everything in this box, but we want it to be black because we want to just have the part showing that we want to show. So I have a black box here, and we want to go ahead and change our brush to white because we want to be able to paint into this box what we want to reveal from that layer. So I'm going to go ahead and paint, and I start with kind of the cheeks a little bit because, you know, there's shadows that happen when you smile big like this, and she has kind of a little dimpling going on with her cheeks, so I just want to, you know, make sure we have the curvature right. And it looks like it's just a teeny bit smaller than her cheek was before here. So I can go back to this box, and if I hit Control T, it gives me the handles back on the box to where I can kind of adjust it a little bit to where it's correct. And that actually looks really cute. I'm going to make sure I paint it all over mouth on though, because I can't tell. Go back into here, and with the brush, what's it doing? Technology. Okay. So after I do this, you'll see that there's a little more redness because when a baby smile, they always have like pink around their mouth like that. So that's something I'll go ahead and fix when I'm doing my editing. I use like some different actions that either get rid of the red or get rid of the pink. Carrie Myers has a really good one that's gets sort of purple that I like to use. But so I'll flatten it once I have the everything situated. I'll flatten it and I'll save this, and I'll just here I'll show you the before and after of. So I'll zoom out, and this is before, which I'll give her that one too, and this is after. And again, I'll go and clean this stuff up a little bit before I save it. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.